The healthcare program is based on different programs for the prevention of diseases. There are 24 health promoters working in the various indigenous settlements and in the hospital at Yalvasanga, which has around 14,000 consultations a year. More than 800 health lessons and training programs of various types take place every year to promote a preventive attitude in the area of health and habits. This includes vaccination campaigns, talks on pregnancy and other topics, such as a healthy diet for the family, hygiene, upper respiratory infections, tuberculosis, and parasites. In 1994, a mutual health care aid called the Ayuda Mutual Hospitalaria was started, which today encompasses 24,000 natives. It provides finances for basic medical and hospital care for the whole family. Within this program, native families pay 5% of all their cash income. An additional 10% of that income is contributed by the employers of these native workers. The traditional form of subsistence, the hunter and gatherer existence in the Chaco bush, was carried out in harmony with nature. Their diet was based on a wide variety of fruits and game, which was always shared within the community. One can still see some of these cultural traits being preserved in the present-day model of the settlements. The subsistence activities are diversified, ranging from garden planting to commercial farming, from cattle and the keeping of small animals to seasonal employment. In spite of the variety of income sources, the ASCIM stresses the importance of family gardens. The first rain after the dry season is always to be used for planting at home. These products will ensure a balanced diet for the family if sufficient sweet potatoes, pumpkins, watermelon, corn, beans, and fruit can be harvested from the gardens. These family gardens in the settlements take up about 1,000 hectares. Another 4,000 hectares are used to plant sesame, cotton, peanuts, beans, and castor beans, which are sold after harvest. An agricultural advisor assists the indigenous farmers during the planting and harvesting. In addition, the settlements today own over 14,000 head of cattle and 14,000 hectares of pasture land. A major loan was obtained in the year 2000 from the Inter-American Development Bank in order to diversify production in agriculture and cattle raising. At the same time, the Foundation of Indian Agricultural Development, called FIDA, was founded. It is an organization associated with the ASCIM that arranges loans, distributes provisions, and delivers the products produced by the natives to the national and international market. FIDA also owns machinery, a mechanical repair shop, a tree nursery, and a bakery. It is not easy to help the indigenous build up a solid subsistence based on agriculture. A long drought, for example, can cause a severe setback. When it doesn't rain for over 6 months, it is necessary to mobilize all water reserves. This can mean that additional help from the government or from other international organizations is required. The indigenous settlements of the Central Chaco currently have a total of approximately 800,000 cubic meters of different kinds of water reserves at their disposal. A total of 1.5 million cubic meters of water reserves would be needed to overcome the drought seasons. In these challenges, the ASCIM strives to act in mutual agreement with the national government, the National Indian Institute, INDI, and other organizations in order to use available resources wisely and develop programs and strategies in response to the specific circumstances of the Central Chaco. The indigenous people of the Central Chaco will face many new challenges in the future as the contact with non-indigenous people increases. Some of the issues will be their own identity, unity within their settlement communities, and living peacefully with the other people of the region.